Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 10 of season 3 of The Bear. This is the final episode that we have to catch up on, at least until the new season comes, whenever that is going to be. This show has been amazing. It has been stressful. We got so many little threads still kind of up in the air. So let's go ahead and see how things come to a close. Guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies we react to each month. This is a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. With that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 10, Forever. Here we go. Well, that's a great start. We are not at the Bear right now.
Showing you how to remove the wishbone.
Yeah.
You can feel the wishbone in there?
Yes.
So it's on both sides. Now I'm just scraping with the tip of my knife. You can feel it, right? The vibration on the knife kind of sounds like my dental hygienist cleaning my teeth. You got that?
Yes, Chef.
Begin by wrapping it underneath the Pope's nose. Right
Pope's
here.
nose? Oh, why do they call it the Pope's nose?
The Pope's nose. So it's funny, the story, there's a couple stories, but the one I like the most, or the one I've heard the most, in England under the reign of King James III. And it was the anti-Catholic sentiment going around the country. They called the ass end of the bird the Pope's nose as a derogatory comment about the Pope. And there we go. And so we just...
That's it. That's the story.
And he came to me one day and he asked me, he said, Thomas, do you know why cooks cook? He said, we cook to nurture people. I know people call me a chef, but our trade is cooking. And that to me is such a profound profession, because we get to really be part of people's lives in significant ways. So
It is
never forget
very,
that.
very
We are
true.
here today because of those who came before us. So this is your first day.
Chef.
You'll have a legacy here in this restaurant, and after you leave. So always remember, right? Come in every single day and just try to do a little better than the day before. And that'll compound over the years that you're here. And you'll leave this restaurant with education, training, skills, and a path forward.
And that's what he was talking about 2 episodes ago.
We're cooking for, we're going to be nurturing our guests. We're even nurturing our farmers, our fishermen, our foragers, and our gardeners. And so just remember, right? It's all about nurturing.
Which is something he necessarily hasn't been doing very well. I mean, to be fair, he has in some ways, with Tina, with Marcus, Richie even. As chaotic as things have been, and he has been, he has lifted some people up. Shared his knowledge. Hell, he's even doing the same thing with Sydney, even though she had formal training prior and stuff like that. But like huge leaps and bounds with Tina and Marcus, man, because they had no experience with any of this stuff until they got there. It was just the beef, and that was it. Everybody that's come through here. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw, and I try not to read these, but I couldn't help but see it. When I saw it was like they attend another funeral, before I realized it was for this restaurant, I was very nervous. Hey, look who's here. I love how much of an impact he made here,
We hung your jersey up there?
Yeah, fastest retired number of all time.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah, man, we're honored.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you're honored. I'm a fucking legend.
Yeah, dude, that's my legendary dog right there.
And his legendary 4 days.
5 days. And I'd like to think that had I stayed on, my talents would have just flourished exponentially.
Yeah, so you're saying that we would have just retired your
This
jersey
is what I'm
anyway.
saying. Correct.
you.
So, like, in reality, you saved us some time.
Yes, because every second counts, bitches.
Aww.
You know where you're going yet?
I guess, like, reality hasn't set in.
That's,
on that?
yes.
And we'll
yes.
be okay.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this I know to be true.
We
Hey,
need
you guys
people.
mind if I hang in here for service?
You don't want to sit out there?
No, fuck that.
Of course.
Come on, Richie. You gotta. I mean, shit's not working out with your ex-wife, man. I think you gotta pass that on. And I think she's really into him, man. God, I'm so hungry right now. This is a bad call doing this at the moment.
Oh, actually, again, needles. Hot potato, cold potato, because that has a needle.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta run.
Sure. Why did I say needle so much?
You did say needle an excessively like it is with ha. Okay, she showed up. Looking good.
Everybody's Chef Sydney. Sid.
Dude, please be at the same table as a guy that's trying to hire her. That would be awfully hilarious. Like, cause he did work here, right? Yeah, he's right there.
It's one of the first dishes I got to work on here, and serving it to all of you is fucking brutal.
Next time we get 15 seconds, press a fucking button.
Sign the agreement, Sid.
Oof.
I became obsessed with ice cream.
I never knew that. That's cool.
You learn when you dine out with your spouse, right?
You know what? Thanks for
Can you not handle this? Is it too much for you?
God, and I don't know if he's really there or not.
I'm not a restaurant.
We get a bad review, I gotta cut the fucking string.
Oh, God. Joel McHale just shoots these glares that just makes you want to smack him in the face sometimes, man. He's so good. I love him to death.
Okay, it's ready to go on. Not just you saying it's ready to go on.
Yeah. Chef, it's not ready yet. You understand?
It becomes our menu. Like your fingerprint is on the menu. That feeling. Dare I say, like, your greatest mistake is working for a bad boss. What it unlocks in you is the culture that you choose to create.
This needs to get good or go away.
Needs to get good or go away.
You redid everything.
Sid,
So
Sid.
Just because you've been
Oh.
doesn't make this a not fuck business, you know?
People say that I self-sabotage myself to kind of purposely put myself in the shit.
Anybody ever left on the pre-order option? Don't say no like that. Still sharing stories. I just wonder.
I got a haircut.
Oh, that's so good.
The magazine's called Dessert Professional. Was that professional? But yo, like that was crazy.
The greatest lesson you ever learned from Wiley Dufresne. Don't leave in the middle of service to get a
It was pre-service. It was like pre-service. It wasn't like.
These are wild, man.
Now that I think about it, I was
God, look at that face. God. So smug. The smugness.
Hey guys, why don't y'all stop? I'm gonna let Carmi catch up.
We used to do julienne showdowns. Second or third cut, slice my hand open.
Oh, shit.
And they were so nice to me. Like, it was so embarrassing, but they were so cool.
Aww. Yeah. Just keep going, man.
Literally every single one of life's experiences can be happening simultaneously within the same four walls, and then you get to like be the conductor of it all.
That's a good way to look at it. This is an interesting way to look at it.
Because I was like, I want to throw a party every single night for the rest of my life.
This is why you're alone. You can't handle this.
I think you're so
Yeah, no,
special.
he's being haunted.
So wonderful.
You are not tough. You are bullshit.
I love you.
You are talentless.
I'm really proud of you.
You gotta really thought about this.
I really love you.
Take fucking hands.
Making something with my hands, making something amazing that I'm proud of, and having somebody else enjoy it in a fleeting moment, like music.
I love hearing them talk about it, man. It makes me appreciate it so much more.
Like I don't like cooking as much as everybody else does. I knew that I always wanted to make things for people. You know, my parents were never in a good place. I always knew that I could make something so specific that would bring them joy. And that was the thing that I got addicted to. And I think that I seek approval out of people every single day. And
Wow. Getting a little self-analytical there. I love all the different motivations everybody has as well, the different things they get out of it.
We get to help people celebrate some of the most important moments of their lives. We can give
That
them
is
the
so
grace, if
true.
only for a few hours, to forget about their most difficult moments. Like we can make the world a nicer place. All of us in this room, we have this opportunity.
Just like they were talking about a couple episodes ago, a lot of your like key moments in life all kind of center around food. in one way, shape, or form.
I definitely met thousands of people who definitely do not love restaurants.
Yeah, well, they would love ours.
Yeah, why is that?
Because it would be ours.
Sometimes you just have to give up.
You should be fucking dead. Brother hates you. Why do you keep trying?
Wow.
Sorry, I forgot my spoon. Use my watch.
It's interesting that this is the way we see that conversation, and we never really did any other way through these flickers like that.
I would see the regulars come in with their kids and their teenagers. I would watch those kids become teenagers. I would watch those teenagers become grown-ups. And I saw families grow, families, people got married, people had kids, and I got to know them all and I got to celebrate with them. People often talk about restaurants as in, what's the history of it? What's the impact it's making? Who has worked there previously? What awards have they won? And I think what I've learnt over the years, people don't remember the food. Sorry. It's the people that they remember.
Aww. Well, I remember the food, though. Everywhere I go.
There's a secret.
Secret to what?
Staying all pumped.
I mean, I wish.
So there's not.
There's not. There's just not like a secret.
How do you do it?
I think I surround myself with people better than myself.
What about when you're not at work?
I didn't mean at work.
So maybe that's the secret then.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, flirt some more, Richie. Flirt some more.
I think Connie and I shot probably 10 million of these peas day in, day out. Like robots.
Shell-shucking robots.
No. It's the deadliest kind.
You kind of repurposed your trauma then, I guess.
That's what we can do, right?
Repurpose our trauma. I like that.
You're right, mate. You're staring. Who are you staring at?
Just a fucking asshole over there.
Which one?
Just a dude in the corner. Just don't look right now.
David Fields.
Oh, he's really here. I thought he was a delusion of his mind.
Bastard made me very, probably mentally ill, dead inside, cold, never turns it off. Accomplishes more by 10 a.m. than most people do in a lifetime. I don't think he sleeps. I don't think he eats. I don't think he loves. He eats black pepper for some reason I'll never understand. And he is
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, whoa.
Do you think that's gonna end well?
Probably not.
Yeah, no, I'm betting no.
But I think this needs to happen. Like Claire, he's been haunting his ass forever.
Got so?
Does he not even remember? Or is he just fucking with him?
I always wondered what I would say to you if I got to see you again.
Okay, let's have it.
Seems so different now that
After
he's
fuck you.
like
I don't
walk.
have much.
Or anything in particular?
No, just generally being you, I think. Yeah.
Well, this has been nice. Oh, these, huh?
Oh God, that's
I
it.
think about you too much.
Okay, we're still going.
I don't think about you.
Why are you such a fucking asshole?
How am I an asshole?
Do you have half an hour?
You're welcome.
I'm welcome? For what?
You were an okay chef when you started with me. And you left an excellent chef, so you're welcome.
You gave me ulcers and panic attacks and nightmares. You know that, right? Do you understand that?
Yeah, I gave you confidence and leadership and ability. It fucking worked.
I'm fucking stunned right now.
Dude, you need to unclutch your pearls.
My life stopped.
That's the point.
That's the point?
You wanted to be great. You wanted to be excellent. So you got rid of all the bullshit and you concentrated and you got focused and you got great. You got excellent.
Damn, though, that was an admission.
You're here. Look at all this.
Oh, it's like the cost of success. We talked about that before. Wow. Oh. Oh, wow. Maybe now you can find a way to pass on that knowledge without having to play his game.
Oh, and only.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Was that hard ever?
I got all the attention.
Ah, I see. Okay, I get that. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Only
Doesn't that
child
also mean
syndrome.
you also get all the bad stuff too.
Honestly, no.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of only children, though. I love my brother, but I was the older sibling, so it was just me always having to share, and I didn't always like having to share.
For us, it was nice to look over at someone who's going through the exact same situation you are. When something feels crazy, you feel less crazy, if that makes sense.
But also, like, if things were good, then you kind of had, like, proof, like you knew it was good.
Right, good, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, right.
Can't know good is good without the bad.
Best friends and kind of lost touch. So.
It's nice to reconnect.
Yeah, especially when it literally is like a best friend that you saw every day of your life and you kind of went through this sort of battle together. Do you have anybody like that?
My dad.
Doing the cooking thing?
Chef Adam still getting your fingerprints on everything?
Oh, a smudge joke. No one's made one of those. Thank you so much. Sydney, could I know you for a second?
Oh no. Are we going to have that talk right now or what?
Love you. You just talked to Carmi?
Sure. No, not yet.
Okay, let me know. You know, if I need to start looking.
No, I get it.
I just know.
Running out of time, man.
Change for you.
No, I just, I haven't found the right time.
And there never is. And you're still interested? Right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I sort of want to start making this thing
No, absolutely.
real.
Yeah.
Starting to look at spaces.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's getting exciting.
Yeah, I bet. Of course, it's sick.
It's huge.
Yes.
You can't keep putting this off, man.
Yeah, just let me know. Just
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Great. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's so fucking awkward, man.
I don't think I ever got to tell you just how much I learned in this place.
How much did you learn?
It's a lot.
Well, I learned plenty myself. I learned that I want to sleep in more, want to go to London more, want to go to a party. I want to meet people.
That's why you're closing?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh, so it is kind of her
I got to
decision
do
too,
all the
then.
things I wanted to do, the way I wanted to do them, with the people I wanted to do them with. So can't ask more than that, really. And now you're starting.
It feels like I've been starting forever.
Yeah, the finish line keeps moving.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
What would you tell yourself when you were where I am? I know.
I think I'd tell myself that you have no idea what you're doing, and therefore you're invincible.
It's a good way to look
Can
at
I ask
it.
you something, Carmen?
Shoot.
Next time we see each other,
Yeah.
will you call me Andrea?
Aww.
Thank you. Awfully quiet.
Oh.
Oh.
Retiring the sign. I think that really makes it real.
Come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
We're running out of time to resolve really anything. Aww. Here's that party she was talking about. Aww. Oh, the fucking inflatable hot dog. Oh, we're at Sydney's place.
Andrea Terry's in my freezer, and all I have are waffles and
This is amazing. Andrea Terry loves it.
Aww. This is wild.
Echo, waffles, stop!
What the fuck is that? It just goes into your house.
Aww. It's the people, man. It's the people. She can't leave, man. She can't leave. I swear to God, if we end the season without resolving anything, I'm gonna freak out. Oh, she having a panic attack? Oh. She's so good, man. Everybody in the show is phenomenal. The review's out. He hasn't opened it yet. He hasn't opened it yet. Those are just things he's thinking, or was that what was in it? To be continued. What? What is that shit? Hold on. I need to go back and look at that. Excellent. Culinary dissonance. Formative. Brilliant. Sloppy. Inconsistent. Delicious. Simple. Complex. Disappropriate. Brizzato. Subtracted. Overconfident. Tired. Stale. Talented. Okay, there's no way all of those words are in the review. This has to be running through the possibilities in his mind, just like he was before. There's no way. I mean, who knows? Sometimes all of those things could find their way in there, but it just seems so... Fuck, man. Are you kidding me? I'm a little upset, man. I'm a little upset. Oh, he didn't reconcile with Claire at all. That I would have been fine with lingering on for another season. But Sydney hasn't made a call on the restaurant. We didn't get to see the review. Everything ends still up in the air. Well, this is a beautiful episode, and it does kind of set the stakes. Like, if a restaurant like Chef Terry's place can go out like this, like, it just like, we're just starting. We're trying to just start, and it is a mess. It is chaos. It is all these things, and like, it's just such a messy place to be in, and an uncertain place to be in. Like, we're on a trajectory. Like, it's like this to be continued is just rude, because like, it really does feel like we ended the season still in the middle of the season. That's not unfamiliar. We do set off. There's many times where the ending of a season comes to the close and the setup to something else. But I expected like at least some kind of bookend here. And I think a lot of that maybe is that everybody here is seeking advice, seeking guidance, seeking like some kind of resolution and where to go next. And in that way, like, that's different from where we started. And maybe that is coming full circle. Maybe that's what this is trying to enclose. I'd love some opinions on that, specifically as far as like looking at this as a finale, you know, of the season. I think this is a perspective shift for everybody. So there's a lot of these things that are still up in the air, sure, that are not resolved, sure. But our characters, at least by this episode, he got to have this emotional resolution, or not even resolution, but revelation, I think. Or at least just burden kind of taken off his shoulders after confronting Joel McHale, the chef that made his life a living hell. But like he said, he doesn't care. What did I do for you? I made you great. Why would I feel bad about any of that? I don't think about you at all. I don't give you a second thought. All of the shit I did, what was wrong about it? I made you amazing. Why are you mad? I took away your life. I made, whatever. That's the fucking point. That's what Jimmy said, man. If you want this place to work, you have to make it your life. You can't have any of these things out. And that's what culminated in the fact that this whole Claire thing kind of blew up as well. Because he was struggling so hard to juggle all these things that he cast out the only thing that made him happy in the moment for this idea that you can't have both. And he's been trained in this way, conditioned in this way to not be able to function like that. And that is his fault. But the thing is, he's amazing. He's one of the best chefs in the world, and he's acknowledged as such. And how this guy even says it as such. He says, you're fucking great now. In an own way, it's self-aggrandizing him and his method, but he's acknowledging that he's a good chef now, that he's amazing, that his hard work paid off in the end, and he doesn't regret any of what he did. It's like, what is the cost of that greatness? What has he sacrificed? What has he lost? And I like that there was so much running through his head in this about, and then having these flashes of the conversation, him pitching the restaurant to Mikey, and just all of the anxiety that comes with this. But then you have this whole setting here, saying goodbye to this restaurant that so many people have come and gone from. That was such a tent pole here. So much greatness built up in here, and the whole Richie thing. And I really hope that goes somewhere. And we saw them talking here at the party and him seeking advice from her and stuff like that. I want to see that become something. I really, really want to see Richie find something outside of the restaurant to make him happy. Because I don't think it's going to be his ex-wife in the end. I think that ship has long since sailed by this point. I think he's got to let that go. Coming here, Sydney is also faced with all of this, hearing all these stories, the appreciation for all of this, and the way she's connecting everybody's stories to these things that she's experienced at the Bear, and then coming here and still being faced with this indecision, this anxiety of making the decision, Because I know how she's feeling. I know how she's, because once you make the decision, like you're hurting all these people you're going to be leaving, because that's what it's more about, you know. Like the work sucks, but she loves the people. And she's got the privilege of working for somebody like Carmy. As much as a piece of shit as he has been, and I like that this episode also points out that he is repeating the stuff that he hates about the other guy, that he's kind of creating a similar environment, and maybe that realization can help him shift the way he's been approaching all of this. Because you don't see that at Chef Terry's restaurant. You didn't have a lot of that. You didn't have it to that level. Not even close. So like, I feel like there's like a shift in perspective for our characters that came by the closing of this restaurant, the ending of an era in a way. And through all this talk of legacy, of an extension of the way that you and the restaurant become almost symbiotic, and the impression that you leave behind and it leave behind on you, and how you carry it forth and then grow it and evolve it and make it your own. Things we've talked about before. And I think she's starting to get a little bit of appreciation for where she currently is. And I don't know where that's going to go right now, because she's so stuck because of how everything has been going. It's rough. It's complicated. It's hard, because like there's no real winning right now. She's going to be letting somebody down. I want to know what the review said, man. I really do. Yeah, I loved seeing all of this. Like getting another glimpse into Carmy's background, getting to hear all these different chefs talk about their stories, what motivates them, why they do what they do, and the different kind of ways they all kind of make it through the day, all their different motivators. Like hell, there's the one chef that's like, I don't really even like cooking. I just like creating and seeing people appreciate what I made. It just happened to turn out to be food in the end. Like she didn't really go into it with the idea of wanting to cook, but it's just something that came out of that. The philosophy behind being a chef and this idea of nurturing and being a part of people's great moments, and the being like a vehicle for other people's happiness is really interesting. It really does shine a light on the value of these places and these things you kind of take for granted. You know, when you're talking about your Applebee's, when you're talking about your Outbacks, you're talking about that, maybe it's not quite the same as these restaurants that really kind of stand out. They're not a chain by any extension, you know. It's very, very different. The air, the environment, the aims and all this, and I don't know. And like that, everybody's kind of seeking guidance, seeking advice with one another. I mean, like before, like that guy, hell, maybe now. Well, no. He wasn't there. Like, I was like, I could have swore in this moment, it was just Carmy being delusional again. I was wholly expecting for him to be staring across the way and be like, that fucker over there. And they'd be like, who you talking about? There's nobody sitting there. Or like before at his own opening, he was still seeing him, but in other people. He wasn't really there. I thought that was going to be the case, but no, this time it really was. And then he confronted him, and it didn't go the way he wanted, but in a way it did give him the release, because he still did the thing. And I think it gave him some realization, or a moment to reflect as well, you know, even after his little freak out, because he didn't get the response or the reaction that he was hoping for or wanted. I don't even think he knew what he wanted or what he was hoping for. He didn't know how this was going to go, but it was off-putting just how disconnected this guy was, and I think it kind of woke him up a little bit. I hope so, at least. Carmy needs to just fucking make a change. Right now, he's the linchpin that is either make or break for all of this. I've heard that this season, a lot of people have been really hard on it. I don't feel like there was any kind of degradation, kind of watching these week to week myself and going straight from season 1 into this. I really don't feel any of that sentiment personally, but I am kind of mixed on the place we ended on for the season. I'll say that for sure. I'm trying to figure out what the goal was, you know, and I came up with my theory, and I don't wholly know if I'm just making excuses for it or not, or just trying to figure out or understand what was going through their heads in making the decision to leave everybody in this spot and do a to-be continued of the season. I mean, it's just going to be season 4. Like, I mean, I get that. The story obviously is going to continue. We know that. Like, we didn't need that. Oh my God. I don't know. I'm a little frustrated by that. I don't think it hampers the season at all. And I don't think this season was bad. I really don't know which season I would say is my favorite at the moment, but I definitely feel like we're still in the same ballpark. Again, other than the fact that I'm a little befuddled at ending here. And maybe it's not so much that I'm befuddled. It's just I'm so frustrated that we didn't get the resolutions we had been building up all season. You know, we've been dragging out all these different things. Some things since season 2 we've been dragging out. And we still have yet to resolve Some of them. I guess that's the most off-putting part of it to me. But it's still fascinating, man. The performances are still spectacular. So well done. The show is cinematically beautiful. Like in the way it's shot, the way that it's edited, the music, and the way that everything melds with this tone and really does capture the chaos of not just the environment, but the minds of our characters as well. And sometimes the peace of it and the beauty of it all. Like there's always this balance, this push and pull that is at play within our characters, within the story, but also within the camera and the space and the image. And it's so well done. It's a really beautifully made show. And this realization here too, once she saw this whole thing about the bear evolves with the city, that little post-it that she clipped out of the newspaper, that little story about the beef itself. And then she's just freaking out because I think at this point, especially being here in this room, everybody being here celebrating, because she wouldn't be in this spot if it wasn't for that. And I think she's really freaking out about having to make a decision. I wouldn't blame her for leaving because Carmy's been, he's been a dick. He's been an asshole. He's been the chef that he hates this entire time. Maybe not that bad, but I think he's definitely been repeating a lot of those behaviors and maybe subconsciously learned them to a point. And yeah, I can't imagine you would want to be that. Take the skills you got from him, evolve it, adapt it, be better. That's the whole point, is to do a little bit better than you did the day before. That guy, perfectly fine, perfectly reasonable. Chef Terry, perfectly reasonable. She was a little, pushy, little catty in a way when he first came in there. He's like, you want me to do that for you? Do you need me to do that? Like, but she wasn't like him, who was like, he was just verbally abusive, like fucked up kind of way. Anyway, I don't know what else to say that I haven't said already, or whether it be in this video or in a previous one, but I'm going to leave it there. I want to know how you guys feel. How do you all feel about the way this season ended? And do you all feel like that this season was weaker than the previous ones? I personally, I don't. I guess like in the grand scheme of things, like I've said before, just because something's last on the list doesn't mean it's bad. If I would have to say that maybe, again, I don't know, like looking back on it, this may, like if I had to rank the seasons, my number one would either be season 1 or season 2. It wouldn't be season 3. So I guess in that way, it is maybe a weaker season, just innately, because something has to be. Do you think it was a bad season? Or do you just think it was, not as great as some of the previous ones? Like, how do you feel about it? Let me know. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're on my channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, York Scott, Robert Ongiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.